Look at Shady's hair. Look how light we got her.
Louder, screaming louder. My superpower. Gonna take you higher.
Hello to all the hair besties in land. I'm back with Shady Katie.
Hi.
You guys know her. And let me share you guys a very interesting story with her. First of all, this is the first time she's come back in 5 weeks. Normally when I see Shady, I don't see her like for 6 or 9 months at a time, right?
Right, I think the last time it was 11 months.
Oh God. And then your routage will grow down to here. And
It's a look.
it's also a nightmare. What happens is when it grows past a demarcation line, and then you try to put the lightener or bleach down and touch that demarcation line and it breaks off. Because the hair is so black, you have to lift the hair to a blonde to put anything on it when you want to do fun colors. This is the first time Shady has come back in 5 weeks. So you can see this is the perfect regrowth, which is about a little bit over ½ an inch. Anything further than this will cause a little bit of a demarcation line. So this is perfect timing. Last time we did rose gold on her hair, and then what happened is she came back the second time and I add more rose gold. So what happens with oxidative dyes, whether it's permanent or demi, it's natural looking, right? It has an earthy tone to it, there's a beige background to it. So as you accumulate the color, as the dyes wear off and oxidize, it leaves a beige tone behind because oxidative colors are designed to look more natural, even if it's a fun color. Hence why when she fades out, it fades into this beautiful like rosy beige type of tone. So today I want to add a little more vibrance to her hair. So we're gonna turn towards the direct dyes, which is our superpower and vibrant pastels.
I'm excited.
You are?
Yes, yes I am. I've been wanting to explore the pink, you know? I feel like we did all angles of the blue, so now I'm like, all right, what can this pink do? Yes, and green. A little purple in the mix.
A little purple, because you normally like cool tones, but this time we're gonna go with direct dyes pink and cosmic coral, pink diamond. This is gonna be beautiful on you. Are you ready for it?
Yes, I am. I'm so excited.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get started. Hey, she got her body condom on. Always use a scale, guys. I'm very anal about measuring everything. There's things that you can eyeball, but with hair coloring process, you should definitely measure. So you'll see here, I'm using Big 9. First of all, look how dark her hair is. Her hair is like level 0. And this is the only thing that could get her hair up to level 20. And the cool thing is that because it's on scalp, you guys, I suggest you use 20 volume. If you do anything beyond 20 volume, sometimes the scalp can be very sensitive. And the cool thing about Big 9, because it's a cream lightener, it kind of creates like a buffer to where the scalp doesn't burn and itch, and it lifts the hair past the disgusting stage to the perfect level. So I like to mix it 1 to 1/2 ratio for the highest lift. So that would mean it will be 90 grams. I'm not the best at math.
Are we supposed to be?
We're defined. See, that's why stereotypes, you guys, stop it with stereotypes. People always think we're good at math just because we're Asian, okay? There are lots of stereotypes that aren't true. Not that that's a bad stereotype, but you guys.
I wish I was good at math.
Me too. I have a great tip for you guys when mixing lightener or any product. What you do is you turn your bowl to the side so it all kind of leans to the side. So when you whip it, it's all together versus laying it down flat. It makes it harder. I want you guys to take a look at this perfect routage. First of all, your brush is about how much product you put on there, okay? So don't get crazy and have it messy. It has to be clean application. You just tap it on the routage. And the cool thing is, I don't really just put it straight on the scalp. I kind of tap it right through the center because you want the product to move on its own. So take a look here. When I get the product, what I do is I spoon it. I spoon it on the corner from the bowl. So that way you get a good amount of product on the bristles, but you don't dunk it. Never, ever, ever dunk your brush. Because when you dunk it, that's where you end up overlapping the lightener on the previously lightened hair and cause a little bit of a breakage. You want to take thin sections because you want to just apply very neat and clean. And I'm gonna move very, very quickly. Hello! Look at Shady's hair. Look how light we got her with just 20 volume. Big 9 does the job. And Big 9 don't play. Big 9 is pretty big!
Oh my gosh.
When we lighten dark hair, we have to go through these horrendous stages of red, orange, yellow before we get to blonde. You can see how her hair has lifted past the 9. I would say it's a 9.5. Now her hair is dry. Take a look. So this is kind of a paranormal hair activity situation for some of us. Some of us are scared of these situations, right? You're like, there's a huge banding. Now the reason why I didn't pull the lightener or bleach down to her ends is because she can't afford to have breakage. I don't want to overlap anymore. No. Do you want me to overlap, Shady?
No, please don't.
We don't want any breakage, so I'd rather not. So what I'm gonna do is shadow root her down with charcoal. Now, charcoal is one of our most beautiful colors in the Guy Tang Mydentity line. Charcoal is no joke. We're gonna go in with pink diamond, but I'm gonna inject a little bit of the pink diamond with pink possession. The reason why is because I want to make it a little bit more potent so there's more pigment there, so as it transitions down, it would kind of look more gradual. So now we are squeezing out pink diamond. This is what it looks like. We are gonna squeeze in a little booger of pink possession, guys. This will make it a little teeny bit more potent. We are gonna squeeze out Cosmic Coral. It comes in a box that looks like this. So always remember with direct dyes, the canvas you're putting it on will reflect the final results. There's a reason why we put colors where we put them and how the results will turn out. So this is the charcoal, and I'm gonna use this as a transition. I love to overlap the direct dyes to create another transitional tone in between. I just love how evenly lifted this is without damaging her hair. There was no breakage whatsoever. One thing I love about Big 9 is that there's no scalp irritation. See, when you look at her scalp, it's not pink, it's not raw. So Big 9 is really gentle on the scalp. She wasn't itching, scratching, and pain. So if you guys have not tried Big 9, do yourself a favor and do that. All right, so now I'm working on my second formula. I want you guys to see how I'm applying it. So I'm applying it through the mid shaft, leaving the ends out for the coral, but I'm not quite merging the charcoal into the pink just yet. Now I'm gonna use my hand as a platform, then I'm gonna merge it. And there's a reason why, because I don't wanna cross-contaminate just yet, but when I do this, I get to bring down that shadow. And if you take a look here, because the charcoal already sunk into the hair, what I don't want is a strong demarcation right in through there. So what I'm gonna do is take the first formula from the charcoal and paint right on top and just kind of melt it through. So there is that transition. So we are down to the last formula here, and I'm applying the Cosmic Coral. I love the Cosmic Coral because it has that grapefruit peachy feel, and depending on the canvas you're applying it to, sometimes it looks like a really creamy, warm beige type of blonde. We are done. These are my favorite.
Well, that's why when you were like puff, I was like,
strawberry puffs and everything. Okay,
Ooh,
I want you to have some. Okay, there you go. You guys, this is the first time trying them.
Okay, let me try. Oh my god, it's very chewy.
But it's good.
Wait, I need like all the notes to kind of.
The notes? Okay, first of all, we're supposed to be talking about something here. What are we talking about, Shady?
Stress.
Stress. Let's talk about stress. Okay, how many of you guys have stress out there? Mental health is so important, and this is something I stress about all the time, no pun intended, but I stress talking about this all the time because people don't realize how if you are not happy and you're not happy doing what you're doing, it's gonna take a toll on you eventually. You will break down eventually because you're miserable doing what you're doing.
It manifests in all different ways through like skin, through hair, through nails. So
and
it's real.
You're saying like you're at one point you're losing hair.
Yes, it was a couple years ago when I was really stressed out around the holidays because I have an online business, and during Christmas things can be a little bit more intense. And I mean, it was a good problem to have, but I remember just waking up one day and my hair was breaking like up here, like not just like, you know, split ends and things, like it was breaking high up because I was so stressed.
Like you're losing it straight out from your scalp. And stuff.
Yeah, it was like a direct correlation. And I know some of my other friends too, not just girls, but guys too. My one friend was really stressed out doing his like thesis PhD stuff, and his hair was thinning and falling out. So I feel like it does show up in our hair a lot.
I don't know if you guys have some of my older YouTube videos, but I have brought this up before. But one time, okay, this was a couple years ago. This was 3.5 years ago. I was so stressed because I was traveling full time. I literally travel every week, and I felt a lot of pressure to do well for my family, my mom, my dad, and make sure the brand, you know, that everything I'm doing is well. I woke up one day and I was blind. Did you know that?
No.
I never told you about this?
No, I don't remember the blind period.
No, seriously, I woke up and I saw nothing. Nothing. It was all black. I thought I was in a dream.
That's really scary.
I was literally screaming. I thought I had to lift my eyes open by pushing my lids open, but basically I was touching my eyeballs.
It's like a Stephen King movie or something.
The thing is, my eyes were open. I was touching my eyeballs and I was screaming. So I woke my husband up and I said, "Oh my God, are my eyes open?" He says, "Your eyes are open. You're looking at me." But for some reason, I saw nothing. I was so stressed that I lost my sight for a minute. It was about 4 hours before I got my sight back. I didn't want to go to the hospital. My husband wanted me to go to the hospital, but I hate hospitals, right? Because I don't want them to tell me bad news and I'm scared. And I said, well, my sight is back now. But it took a while because the first 2.5 hours, I start to get my vision back, but it's very, very
Did you just see like light, like a little bit?
I just saw
but
light.
Before it was completely black, like you couldn't see. It was like as if you had your eyes closed.
It was like as if I had my eyes closed, all black, and then I saw light, then I started to see a blur, but it's within every hour. I thought maybe I slept with my contacts in or something, but that wasn't the case. It was literally stress.
That is freaky. I have not had that happen, but yeah.
I was under a lot of stress because at the time, not only was I traveling and I was representing multiple brands. I was creating my own product line. I didn't want to fail. I was working on my YouTube channel. I was working on my Instagram, my Facebook, and then dealing with friends that betray me, friends that lie to me, friends that use me. And it's funny because even to this day, like those friends act like I'm the bad guy, paint out a bad picture of me, but in reality, they were using me. And then so I just felt like, God, like why?
Everything was hitting at once.
Everything was hitting me at once. And when we talk about health, that's what I'm talking about, mental health. We don't realize like, oh, you know, everyone's all talking about the hustle and the grind.
It's all about balance, because if you keep going so hard in the paint, like you're gonna like experience a very intense burnout.
But we just opened this video up talking about balance. Like some things are a little asymmetric, so sometimes your life isn't balanced.
Right.
But you don't, I know what you're trying to say.
It's not something that you just like reach and then you're there. It's something that you have to like work towards every day.
Yeah, you know? It's hard because it's it's a state of mind. I just want to let you guys know that if you're not happy and something doesn't feel right, you have to turn left.
You have to listen to that. You know, it's like they always talk about following your intuition, but it's like you do feel a certain way about some things for like certain reasons. You might not be able to, you know, identify what exactly it is, but if something's just rubbing you the wrong way or doesn't feel right, it's good to listen to that. When I haven't listened to that, I feel like things have not turned out well.
That's why I always say, if it doesn't feel right, you need to go left. I love this conversation. So we're about to rinse off your hair color now.
Yes,
we're gonna be right back.
Do it.
We are done with Shady Katie's hair. Finally.
I know.
Your hair is always a challenge, but I always have so much fun doing your hair because you know what? She's my friend and I enjoy spending time with her. I actually love the coral color.
I do too. I was surprised.
Anyway, guys, thumbs up, subscribe. I'm gonna put links for Shady as always. You've seen her many times on my YouTube channel. So subscribe and leave comments below and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, because that's the thing. I'm having a lot of fun on TikTok right now. And then download my new album, More to Me, and listen to all my music videos and everything, okay? Love you guys much. Bye-bye.
You're all the same, it's always nothing, causing me pain, coming and going. But still I always give my best. When you think that there's nothing left, there's more to me, than the money, than the fame, than the numbers by my